Hello and welcome to my podcast. It's Holy Saturday. Today's Gospel, Mark chapter 16, verse 1 to 7, is surprising as it is an Easter Gospel. We have the women who played an important part in Jesus' ministry coming to the tomb. Their faithfulness and trusts are amazing. They come very early to anoint the body of Jesus. They just came. They had no idea how they were going to move the stone. They probably figured they would deal with that when they got there. Their concerns seem to be pointless, as a stone is already moved. Upon entering the tomb, they meet what could only be described as an angel. All we know is that they are amazed. They are given instructions for the disciples. But unfortunately, if you keep reading, we learn that they fled and were afraid and told no one. I wonder what they were afraid of. I suspect they were afraid that people would not believe them, so they remained silent. Think about it. Probably the most important information in the world was silenced because people were afraid they would not be heard or their testimony believed. We have to understand that the women in that culture were not considered credible witnesses. It's not fair, but that's the way it was at that time. I wonder how many times we've been hesitant to share our truth because we were afraid that we would not be accepted, heard, or what we said would not be valued. I often see this in meetings. Someone will present something, and someone who disagrees or doesn't like it will ask a question that only is minimally relevant, and then the group topic changes. This is an example of someone behaving passively aggressively to undermine the person, and what the person has to say in the meeting gets lost. Sometimes people don't share because they feel the pressure within the group. Groupthink is a psychological phenomenon that occurs within a group of people in which the desire for harmony and conformity in the group results in an irrational or dysfunctional decision-making outcome. Watch for it when you're at your next meeting. Sometimes we don't share our ideas in a deep desire to conform to others. People pleasers are most susceptible to conforming. And just to be clear, I'm not saying that conforming is bad. For society to exist, there needs to be some conforming. I wonder, though, if we conform when it's not necessary. I want to ask a tough question. I wonder how many times we've been inadvertently or intentionally shut down someone we disagreed with, or did not value their input, or even their right to have input. If you've done this in the past, I invite you to reflect on what was the reason. I'm wondering if you are accidentally shutting down someone with useful ideas. Even interrupting someone can shut a person down. For most, interrupting is just a bad habit, but the results are the same. I urge you to focus on the cues that can help you recognize when you find yourself dismissing someone. The second task is to reflect on the times when people did not accept your truth. What were the results? How did it make you feel? Are you still part of that group? If it happens a lot, the group may be toxic and may prevent you from growing spiritually. It may be a good idea to share your situation with a trusting friend or therapist for your own personal growth. I hope your retreat is going well. I hope these reflections are useful, and your Easter celebrations are joyful and a blessed time